Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Benny and Moose Save America, where every week we strike out against toxic fandom and the failure of the American education system through the power of barroom trivia. I'm your host, Benny, and I'm joined always by the man who's so charming you're still his friend after he burns you in a Ponzi scheme, Mark the Moose Haas.
Listen, Benny, those calling cards will eventually pay off, okay? They're a long-term investment. Don't dump them yet.
I'll put him in the drawer with all of my Bitcoins, Moose.
Well, hello, everybody, and Benny, and I'm glad to see you again, my friend. How are you?
I'm amazing, Moose. I still have both knees, and, I can breathe oxygen, and that's what this planet mostly has, so I'm good.
All right. Once again, I'll have some follow-up questions, but we'll ask that after the episode.
Excellent.
Today we're doing Empire Records, the 1995, I don't know, call it classic, call it cult classic, call it whatever you want. It's a great freaking movie, and we have two great freaking competitors, two of our favorite people on the planet that are going to be joining us today for the match. And I think that we bring in the first person right away. What do you think?
Let's do it, Moose. I'm excited for it. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, hailing from somewhere in California, Rachel, the High Priestess of Thrash, Silverstreeny.
Nice.
I'm sorry, the what?
The High Priestess of Yeah.
I'm down for that. Hi guys.
Hello, welcome.
It's
Hey,
so jarring. I feel like I'm going to like a Juggalo festival, and I'm so freaked out right now looking at myself.
I mean, you brought the '90s like era makeup and the Rex Manning T-shirt. I think you got to flex the Manning.
I've got my hair up in like little butterfly clips. I've got the Rex Manning Day shirt. Like, this is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Why? Tell us about your love of Empire Records.
So it came out in 95. I was 11, and it was right around the time when I first started like being able to like choose the music I listened to. So I just remember the soundtrack being so powerful and it's like so like of its time, that I just fell in love with it. And then, I love music, and there's something about working in a record store that I always wanted. Like, I had to work in a record store. I wanted to work at Tower or warehouse. Like, I would spend hours just like combing through the racks. And it very much felt like it reminded me of when I worked at a movie theater, like the same camaraderie, like everybody's such huge music and movie nerds that like you all just have these random debates and these talks about movies and music. And it felt like, it feels like my childhood, and it's so great. And the cast is excellent. And it's just such an endearing, I think it's one of my favorite one day, like shot in a life, like day in a life movies.
Mm-hmm.
That just shows like it's such a sweet story, and it's like 24 hours. It's so concise, and it tells a great story. Everybody has great character arcs, and the music is so good.
Would you want a like Empire Records 2023? Where are they now? Like VH1? Just on the characters, the actors themselves.
I want a 30th reunion. I want a 30th reunion video. We've got 2 years to get it together, guys. Like, let's go. Let's get on this. Whether a reunion and like a special screening, or it's, they make some sort of like short to like everybody comes back together, like they're like the building's getting shut down or something like that. Like or the neighborhood's getting gentrified, like something like I want a story to bring them all back together.
How would you feel about a legacy sequel where they're all working at iTunes?
I mean, that I honestly like. I would love that. That would be so like it. Or if like Joe was trying to create a streaming platform, like if he was, or if he he works at Spotify and he's just like fucking done, and he like quits and is like is some like phantom investor, and he's like some crazy secret billionaire because he discovered, I don't know, Instagram or something. Like, it would just be funny.
Nice.
Well, once this video goes viral, we'll use that as seed money.
We did have Ethan
Trademark.
Irwin on one of our shows, so maybe we can convince the big man to be able to produce this for us.
You mean the real Mr. Ethan Irwin? I love him so much.
All right. Well, Rachel, we love you. Thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to bring you back in on game time.
And ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, Peggy, NC-17 PG.
Hello, boys.
What up, PG? How are you?
I'm good. Me and Rachel have very different approaches to preparing for this. She got all dolled up with the 90s hair and the makeup. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here hungover, unshowered, in a baseball cap and hoodie.
I mean, in the spirit of Empire Records, I feel like you would fit right in at that stage.
Yeah, I know. Me and Burko hanging out later.
Yeah, right. Whew, I'll take me some Burko. Well, Peggy, I'll ask you the same question. What about Empire Records do you love?
I don't know if I could put it any better than Rachel just did. It's just a great slice of life movie. Like, she was 11 when it came out. I was 15. Again, just like her, made me want to work at a record store. I actually did apply at one at the mall. I believe it was Camelot Music. And I remember it was a group interview. And one of the questions was, who do we admire? Who do we look up to? And at the time, my answer was Dennis Rodman. Because I'm like, he doesn't give a shit what anyone thinks. He just does his own thing. And yeah, I didn't get the job. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure.
Well, you got the last laugh. He's the official ambassador to North Korea now. So,
you know? Yeah. Well. Anywho, but no, it's a great movie, excellent soundtrack, and yeah, I just love it, and can't say it better than Rach did.
Amazing. Well, we love you, and we're glad that you're on the show. And what do you say? Let's get this game going.
Let's do it.
Round number 1. You will get 9 questions, each worth 1 point. Each team or player receives all 9 questions posed to the field, so a whiteboard or writing instrument is required. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no stealing. There is no penalty for missing the question. You can enact the household rule once you hear the category. You can double down. And you also have your bartender's hints available in round 1.
Yay!
All right. Ladies, do you have your writing utensils ready?
Ready.
Then let's jump in with your very first question in the category of the establishment. The establishment. AJ works throughout the movie to fix Empire Records' sign, which once illuminated indicates that it's been opened since when?
I don't think I've seen anyone answer faster in the middle of like in the middle of your question than I think Rachel. Rachel was done, like pen down on the ground.
The fact that I know a date involved with a movie, like, this is historic right now. Like, Moose and Peggy understand from studying with me, release dates and dates are not my forte, but this one I fucking know.
Let's break open the history. Rachel, what do you have?
1959.
That is correct for 1 point. Peggy?
1959.
And they are starting off on fire, Moose.
Question number 2 in the category of Lucas's bet. What was the exact amount of the bet that Lucas placed in Atlantic City that was taken from Joe's deposit?
If I ask for clarification, are you asking the first bet or the second bet?
The first bet, not the doubled up bet.
What he counted twice.
What he counted twice.
Gotcha.
As PG just took our bartender's bet off of the table.
I don't think either of us need it.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even going to count you guys down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peggy, what's your answer?
9,104.
That is correct. And Rachel?
Yes.
Wow. Incredible. Thought I'd get you guys with that one, but no.
I thought you were trying to be sneaky by asking about the second bet, which is why I asked. I was like,
Yeah, don't make
they're
us
going to
do
try and
math.
trip us up. But I don't think it's. I
I
don't
was
think
sneaky
you're going to
enough.
try
Don't make me do math.
question.
I thought that question was sneaky enough, but no, clearly not.
And your third question in the category of singers. When Lucas is questioning Mark about who his favorite singer is, who does Mark respond with?
It's just too easy for me.
Does Blank have a jack?
All right. Then let's start with Rachel.
Axel.
That's correct for another point. Peggy.
Went even more specific. X Rose.
Nice.
On fire. Not missing anything.
Question number 4 is in the category of who is that again? Brandon Sexton III plays the role of what character in Empire Records?
Quotes are going through your head right now, aren't they, Rach?
So many.
Blank. My name isn't Blank.
Warren.
But hey, he hasn't counted down yet.
Wait. We can swear, right? Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's encouraged.
I have to double check because I swear like a sailor. So
Yeah, drinking and swearing are almost mandatory on the show. So, Peggy, let's start with you.
That'd be Warren.
That is correct.
technically he gives the name Warren Beatty, but yes, Warren.
His name isn't Warren?
Thought his name
Thought his name was Warren.
Correct on both accounts.
Warren Beatty is my least favorite Dick Tracy actor. All right, and your next correct question number 5, in the category of corporate America. What is the name of the chain store that Mitchell wants to turn Empire Records into?
If it
It's really
keeps going
fun,
this way, we might have our very first Chew People Perfect round.
It's fun playing in a match where you actually know all the answers.
I know.
Makes it much
This
more
is
fun.
so nice. Like I posted on Twitter the other day. Somebody posted a meme of Christian saying "And you're a winner," and I'm like, I miss him hearing this, regardless of how few times it was directed at myself.
We got one in there.
All right, and in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Rachel.
I think Music Town's confused on his revealing clip.
That is correct, Peggy.
Music Town.
Nice.
Correct.
Question number 6 in the category of do not touch. Joe has one rule for the staff at Empire Records posted on his office door. Don't touch his beer, his cigars, and his what? My God, I didn't even ask the question, and I think they already knew where I was going with this.
I literally started listing all three, and I was like, "Oh, they only want one. That's nice."
I should have asked for all three, huh? All right, PG, what do you got?
His drums.
Technically,
Okay.
it says drumsticks, but yes, drums.
We'll give you both the point for that. Correct.
Yes.
And technically, it is his drumsticks. That is correct.
All right, question number 7 in the category of that guy sucks. In the category of that guy sucks. What is the name of the new hit single from Rex Manning off of his new album, Back with More, that the staff of Empire Records dances to?
Looks like Peggy might be getting some help from Rory.
She just had to come say hello.
Snuggle beer.
Hi, baby.
All right. Animals causing controversy is a tradition at Benny and Moose.
That's
Oh, look at that face.
it's implied in the
And
name.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rachel?
Say no more.
Correct.
And Peggy.
I love how we both put Mona Moore in parentheses below, just in case.
You're right.
I'm a little sad that you didn't continue singing after me, but whatever.
Question number 8 in the category of Mark's jams. While eating the pot brownie, what band does Mark fantasize about being the lead of shortly before being eaten by the monster?
I've literally gotten to speak with them about this and
Say, Mark!
around that scene
Why don't
and
you
that
join
shot,
the
and they loved it.
I love how well they know this movie. PG, what do you got?
Guar!
It is Guar and Rachel.
I love how they fuzzed out the giant penis that he has strapped to him. If you notice in the movie, it's like pixelated almost. It's hilarious.
I also think that Guar should give us some royalties here for being the first people to mention them in the 2000s.
They're great.
All right. And your final question in round 1, and a chance for a perfect round in the category of time is of the essence. By what time in the day does AJ commit to confessing his feelings to Corey?
We both finished our answers like you said 2 words. And we were already writing it down.
Then let's go to Rachel.
By what time in the day they were ready?
By 1:37 exactly.
Yep.
That's correct, Peggy.
Wow.
1:37 exactly.
You know what? Maybe that has something to do with my love of movies, because it has the number 37 in it.
Okay. 37 is also my favorite number.
Well, yeah.
I have no deep feelings towards it, but I'm sure we
Neither
can.
do I. I'm indifferent. But what I do have deep feelings for is the fact that both of you guys got a perfect first round. That's incredible. Baby. First time on Benny and Moose. We've been trying to throw some hard stuff at you, and there was nothing you guys couldn't handle. Well done. So
just wait. It'll end soon.
As I mentioned before, there's only so many questions we can ask about the movie, so we're going to get creative in round 2. Going into round 2, it's tied 9-9. Here are the rules for round number 2. Round number 2. You get to spin our magic bottle to get your round 2 topic. You only get 1 spin because life is hard, so deal with it. You'll then get 6 questions worth 2 points each. You can go to multiple choice, but that makes them worth 1 point should you choose to check down to multiple. Your opponent can steal any missed questions. Household rules are in effect in round 2. You also have your bartender's hints eligible in round 2 as well.
And you can also still double down. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a record-setting round 1, both competitors are tied with 9 perfect points. And since they're tied, we're going to decide who goes first by the tradition of picking a number between 1 through 10. All right, let's start with... Okay, go. Write your number down.
3.
Oh,
whatever.
Done.
All right, what do you guys got? The number chosen was 5, so that means, Rachel, you're going to spin first.
Sure.
All right. So, Rach, how our drunken wheel works is you just need to tell me when to stop, and it will land on your category. You got Debbie Mazar.
Shit. Okay.
So, on Betty and Moose, life is hard, so you only get to spin once. So you get the category of Debbie Mazar.
Great.
And I will be asking you the questions for Debbie Mazar. So
I feel like I'm channeling her with my makeup, so
there will be a few questions that will be from Empire Records regarding Debbie Mazar, and then there'll be questions regarding Debbie Mazar's other movies.
Gotcha.
So question number 1, and you have multiple choice and bartender's hints should you need it. Question number 1, from Empire Records, how much money does Jane donate to the Save the Empire cause that she says is the last of the Rex Manning expense account?
Oh. I know the range. I gotta go small.
Is it A, $1,000, B, $450, C, $600, or D, $300?
D.
300 is incorrect. So, Peggy,
I totally thought that was right.
the question comes to you. How much money does Jane donate to the Save the Empire cause that she says is the last of Rex Manning's expense account? A, $1,000, B, $450, C, $600, or D, $300?
Oh, I thought 300 was right, so I guess I'll go 600.
That's correct for 1 point.
Let's go.
Question number 2 in the category.
I honestly thought it was less.
So did I.
Do you
I
realize
thought it
how
was like 150.
I would have guessed 50.
there was a lot of Googling
Like a
for me
per
to
diem
figure out
for
that
lunch.
answer? Question number 2 in the category of Debbie Mazar. In 1995's Batman Forever, character of Two-Face has 2 assistants, Sugar and Spice. Debbie plays Spice. Who played Sugar?
Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore is correct for 2 points. Question number 3 in Debbie Mazar. Debbie Mazar shares the screen alongside Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci in 1990's Goodfellas. Who directed Goodfellas?
Oh, God damn it! I always screw up this director.
Do you want
Literally,
a bartender's hint or multiple choice?
no, because it's literally it's between one or the other, and my brain does not work properly. Let's go multiple.
Is it A, Martin Scorsese, B, Francis Ford Coppola, C, Brian De Palma, or D, Oliver Stone?
Scorsese.
Scorsese is correct for 1 point.
Your love of Ted Lasso should have given you that one. Just saying.
It's I was like, it's either A or B. Like, it's always one of those two. And my brain's always like, do I remember the right one?
In 2006, in the 2006 fantasy musical film Red Riding Hood, Debbie Mazar plays Red's mother. What former 90s boy band member plays the character of Jack the Wolf?
You said musical?
Yes.
That was like theatrically released.
I believe so, yes. Would you like multiple choice?
Do
you want to bring in
yes.
Cousin Ryan for bartender?
No, I want to bring on Ryan.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the question. We're going to bring in Cousin Ryan for your bartender's hint. In the
Thank
2006 fantasy musical film Red Riding Hood, Debbie Mazar plays Red's mother. What former 90s boy band member plays Jack the Wolf?
An NSYNC member who's also in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, Joey Fatone.
Correct for 2 points. Bartender's hint pays off.
It's fine.
America's Justin Timberlake.
Nice. Question number 5 in Debbie Mazar. What popular HBO show had its theatrical debut in 2015 in which Debbie Mazar reprises her role from the show as publicist Shauna Roberts? Entourage is correct.
She's the best part of that show. I do not care.
Void.
Come for me. What?
Nice. Good call.
Oh yeah, him too.
Yes, they'll-
Void is adorable. Okay.
Last
As
question.
great as ours.
It's an Empire Records question.
Oh, thank God.
When debating with Lucas about how well Rex Manning's new album will do, Jane mentions to him that it has been testing well amongst what demographic?
Male Rick's Manning fans.
Yes, teenage males is correct.
Genie.
That's correct for
Jane,
2 points. Well done,
Have you
Rach.
compared the incidence of sexuality amongst teenage males?
Homosexuality amongst said fans? No.
Well done. Good job. That was a tough category.
Oh, that was
Never
rough.
is
That was
hard.
good. No, you did great.
Once again, Benny and Moose bringing you the well thought out categories like Debbie Mazar.
I'm honestly a little sad that it wasn't Beethoven question because nobody remembers she was in Beethoven.
I don't remember she was in. If you look up her Wikipedia, like it's a lot of like she was
It's
Nurse
extensive.
Debbie in this one film for like the last scene. So yeah, it's quite the filmography. All right, PG, you ready?
Ready. Let's do
Bring
it.
it on the drunken wheel and just let me know when you want to stop.
Let's see. Big money, no whammy. Stop.
Oh, it is a punishment or reward slice. And this one is My Cup Overfloweth. So that means, PG, on your final question of round 2, your question will be worth 3 points instead of 2, but you cannot go to multiple choice.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
All right.
Let's see. Where do I want to start? We're gonna go. Stop.
You got
Let's
Liv
go.
Tyler. And our good friend Benny will be asking you the Liv Tyler questions.
Okay.
All right, PG, and your first question in the category of Liv Tyler. Where is Liv Tyler's character set to go to college in Empire Records?
Going to Harvard.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who directed Liv Tyler along with Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck in 1998's Armageddon?
Oh, I hope I'm right on this one. Peter Berg.
That is incorrect. We're going to go to Rachel for a 2-point steal.
Is it Michael Mann?
That is incorrect.
no.
We were looking for the greatest of
Michael
all
Bay!
Michael. It is Michael
Yeah.
Bay.
It is Michael Bay.
You know, Peter Berg, Michael Bay, they all both like to blow shit up and
Yeah.
slow-mo runs
Like
and all that good
Ocean.
stuff.
Yeah. Peter Berg likes Ocean. Michael Bay likes Stubbs.
Yeah, director's never my forte. Anyways, let's go.
All right, your next question in the category of Liv Tyler. Corey's main argument for why Burko shouldn't bring Rex Manning his lunch is what?
You know Burko's gonna insult him right to his face.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Your next question. Liv Tyler has appeared in one MCU movie. Which one?
She has?
Mhm.
Yep.
Huh. I think at this point I'm gonna go to the bartender because I haven't seen Ryan in a little bit. I need a little help, pal.
Liv Tyler has appeared in one MCU movie. Name the movie.
We really don't like him when he's angry.
Okay. I will go with. God, which version though? There's so many different versions because they said MCU though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it just called the Hulk? I have no idea.
That is incorrect.
Oh, well,
So,
I should've gone more.
Rachel for a 2-point steal.
I was really hoping you were going to knock out one of the answers by using the or not, so I could use the other because I can't remember which one it is. I'm going to go with just Incredible Hulk.
That is correct for a 2-point steal. The Incredible Hulk.
Ah,
Yeah.
Hulk
damn
was
it. It's
the,
all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Hulk was the non-MC.
Never saw it.
It was the
All
Ang
right. You're
I
next.
did appreciate the comic book style of Ang Lee's, though. It was really
You were the only one.
He did have a better haircut in the Ang Lee version. I'll give you that. Yeah, your penultimate question. In 2019's Ad Astra, Liv Tyler stars as Eva McBride, wife of Brad Pitt's Roy McBride. Who plays H. Clifford McBride, Roy's father?
Have not seen Ad Astra. This is not going to bode well for me. Might as well take multiple choice.
In 2019's Ad Astra, Liv Tyler stars as Eva McBride, wife of Brad Pitt's Roy McBride. Who plays Clifford McBride, Rory's father? A. Tommy Lee Jones, B. Donald Sutherland, C. Clint Eastwood, D. James Garner.
I'm pretty sure James
Sorry.
Garner had died by the time this movie came out. I think. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go A.
That is correct for a point.
Can
And
I
they could
just
have
say how much I
did the-
appreciate how the
Good
fact
morning,
that all
Albert.
of the answers were cowboy.
Yeah. Good catch.
You're a bunch of cowboys.
And your final question in round 2. In what Tom Hanks directed movie does Liv Tyler's character Faye end up with a character named Shades?
That would be the wonderful. Is it on my wall? It's somewhere up there. That Thing You Do.
That is correct for 2 points. A strong finish to the round. Moose, at the end of round 2, where do they stand?
Right there.
That's an excellent question. Give me a moment. Here we go. At the end of round 2, Rachel is ahead 20 to Peggy's 17.
Yep.
Good round 2s by both. Tricky questions by both. Rachel with a big 2-point steal, putting her up.
The rules for round 3. There are 2 six-packs of categories. The player in the lead picks which one they want. Then each player will get the entirety of their six-pack of questions in a row. The point values range from 1 point to 6 points, but they are in random order, so you may get your 6-pointer first. You never know. You will not know which category is worth what point value until after you have picked. There is no penalty for missing a question, and there are no steals. As in every round, you can still double down, declare a household, or ask the bartender for a hint.
And we're back with Benny's Widow Peak and all. And we're going into round number 3. Rachel is ahead 20 to Peggy 17. We're going to bring in the 6-packs. Rachel, you get to choose which 6-pack you want. And then Peggy, you're going to go through the entirety of your 6-pack. You guys each have 2 bartender's hints. You still have your double downs. And you still have your household rules. Here is your 6-packs. And in honor of Rory, Ben put...
Aww. Cute.
So, Rachel, would you like the one on the left or the one on the right?
Why you gotta put Oscars with movie quotes, you jerks? What is Movie Records? Is that just soundtrack?
I don't know.
I
It's on both. Could have multiple meanings.
Let's go with number 1.
Okay. So, Peggy, you are going to get 6-pack number 2.
Yep.
Benny, do you want to read 1 or 2?
I will kick us off with set number 2 here. All right, Peggy, your first question in the category of movie records. Movie records for 6 points. You're starting off with your 6-pointer. All right, and your question is, adjusted for inflation, Gone with the Wind is the highest grossing movie of all time. followed by Avatar in the number 2 spot. Name 4 of the remaining 8 top 10 films.
Okay. And this list is up to date.
So this
I'm
is
assuming.
up,
Yes.
it is up to date, and remember, it is adjusted for inflation.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna guess that Titanic is on there.
That's correct.
Avengers Endgame.
That is correct.
Let's see. What else has been up there as of
There's
recently?
also you also have your bartender's hint if you
I
want
do.
to jump in with
Okay.
that. I mean, this is your
Stop
6-point.
helping her. You might win this.
So I've got 2. I need 2 more.
Correct.
Yep.
Let's see. Titanic Endgame. You know what? Yeah, let's go with the bartender's clue. I might as well pull him in for the 6-pointer.
All right. Adjusted for inflation, Gone with the Wind is the highest grossing film of all time, followed by Avatar in the number 2 spot. Name 4 of the remaining 8 top 10 films.
They finally assembled. The force is with them. Someone needs to tell that little fucker to use a payphone to phone home and let my people go.
Is there a possibility of him saying that again or no? Because
Sure.
that was fast. You rattled that off fast.
Sure.
They finally assembled.
Uh-huh.
The force is with them. Someone please tell that little fucker to use a payphone to phone home and let my people go.
Okay, so E.T.
That is correct.
Let's see. They finally I'm so afraid to say the other
5,
MC one I'm thinking of.
You already
But
got the assembled quote. I'll give you a hint on that.
3,
that might be
2,
uh,
1.
wait, why is there a time limit? I've been her.
That is incorrect.
What is the
That
one
is
I didn't
incorrect.
Ten
So we'll-
Commandments, Wizard of
And yep.
Oz, and
You also didn't get Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh shit!
A New Hope.
I didn't know which one it would be. Which one did the best? Okay, all right.
Well, there was 2. There was Star Wars, A New Hope, and The Force Awakens.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right.
All right.
Whew. Dang, that was close.
Your next question in the category of TV shows to the big screen. TV shows to the big screen for 4 points. What TV show, which aired from 2010 to 2015, that co-starred comedians Billy Gardell, helped launch Melissa McCarthy's career?
Isn't that Mike and Molly?
That is correct for 4 points.
Never seen one episode.
Your next question in the category of inventions. The phonograph was invented in
How much is this for?
1870. What's that?
What's the point value on this one?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
It's a 1 point.
Okay, good.
The phonograph was invented in 1877 by what famous American inventor?
Oh shoot. Phonograph. Right now, there's an Eddie Murphy SNL sketch talking about peanut record needles going through my head, which is not good.
5.
Alexander Graham Bell.
That is incorrect. We're looking for
Fuck.
Thomas Edison.
Damn
Thomas
Oh,
Edison.
shit. It was a toss-up.
Damn you, Eddie Murphy, and your funny SNL skits. All right, let's go.
Your next question for 3 points in the category of Renee Zellweger. 3 points in the category of Renee Zellweger. Which installment of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise films did Renee Zellweger co-star with Matthew McConaughey?
I have no idea. Bartender.
You can give us a numerical value for this one, too.
Okay. But
Which-
I'm not big on horror, so it's not going to help me.
Which installment of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise films did Renee Zellweger co-star in with Matthew McConaughey?
It was re-released with a similar name to the Picard-led Star Trek TV series.
The fuck does that help with? 3.
That is incorrect. It was the fourth,
Ah!
originally titled The Return of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then re-released The Next Generation.
Okay.
All right.
No clue.
Your next question in the category of 1995 in film for 2 points. That's 1995 in film for 2 points. Braveheart was nominated for 10 total Oscars. How many did it win?
And I'm out of bartenders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Let's see. I'm going to say it won 6.
The correct answer was 2.
All right.
No, the correct answer was 5.
Okay, well then never mind.
Get your facts straight, gentlemen.
It was like 2.
I was wrong either way.
Sorry, all the answers are written in Latin and my translation skills are a little rough.
Mine are written in Sanskrit.
That's why I went with this one.
Yours are written? What?
All right. All right, Peggy, and your final question in the category of music for 5 points.
Double down, please.
All right. So your final question in the category of music for 10 points. What was the name of the sophomore album by TLC that featured one of their signature hits, Waterfalls, released in 1995?
Here's the thing. I'm a big TLC fan. Their first album is called Ooh on the TLC Tip. Their second album is called Crazy Sexy Cool.
That is correct for 10 huge points.
Well done. Rachel making a strategic decision to take the household rule home with her.
Yeah. Especially with that question. Are you kidding me? We grew up with that. Like that was our childhood, like, teenage years. Like that was our formative years. Like I don't know if any
Rest
woman
in peace, left eye.
any woman between 35 and 85 does not still know every word to that album.
So with the double down, Peggy now has the lead, 31-21. So a lot can happen in the 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy, you still have your household. Rachel, you still have your double down. You have 2 more bartender's hints.
Okay.
So I'm going to be asking you your questions. And we're going to start off in the category of Liv Tyler for 2 points.
Okay.
What was the name of the character portrayed by Liv Tyler in the Lord of the Rings franchise?
Wait, how much is this worth?
It's worth 2 points.
2 points. Oh God. I literally, like, when she spun Liv, I was like, you're gonna ask her how they spell her name in that, aren't you?
Spelling doesn't
Ollie?
matter. Yeah, that's correct for
There
2
you
points. Nice.
I was like, does it start with an E or an A? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't have to spell it. Just say
You don't
it. Great.
That's correct. Question number 2 in the category of 1995 music for 4 points.
Okay.
I won't challenge her on music stuff. No.
What country singer released a sophomore album, All I Need to Know, in the summer of 95? Includes singles Fall in Love and All I Need to Know.
Is there? I still have a bartender
You still have 2
thing, right?
bartenders. Correct. Yep.
I'll take a bartender.
Okay. So the question is, what country singer released a sophomore album, All I Need to Know, in the summer of 1995, which includes singles Fall in Love and All I Need to Know?
You know, the only ones I play repeatedly on the jukebox are When the Sun Goes Down and All the Pretty Girls.
Is that
Count you down, Rick. That is incorrect.
It's
The answer,
Clark Straight, isn't it?
it's Kenny Chesney.
Oh shit! Wait, When the Sun Goes Down is a Kenny Chesney song?
Strange coincidence that his ex-wife is Renee Zellweger.
I was playing In the Heights When the Sun Goes Down in my head, so that was just messing me up.
Question
Okay.
number 3, and this one is worth 3 points in the category of movie quotes.
Oh, because I don't know if it's this one or not. No, go ahead.
In what classic 70s movie will you hear the following quote? I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Oh shit. That is the name Social never popped in, and I was like, no, fucking not that one.
Drop off.
Cut that in half.
It's just network, yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Sorry, I had an existential like schmodown. I was like, is it the network? It's not the network. No, it doesn't matter. Fuck.
Correct for 3 points. Well done. Question number 4 in the category of Oscars for 5 points.
Asshole!
Such a jerk.
So now your question number 4 in Oscars is worth 10 points to you, 5 to PG. What actor received a Best Supporting Actor nomination for his role as Farmer Hoggett in the 1995 masterpiece Babe?
Balls, why do I never remember this old white man's name?
I mean, you're half correct in that he's an old white man. I saw that, Becky.
I do it a lot. If you pay attention to me, just make sure that my contestant or my competitor is not looking at the time.
You have one bartender bartender left if you think it will help.
Yeah, I'll do bartender.
What actor received a Best Supporting Actor nomination for his role as Farmer Hoggett in the 1995 masterpiece Babe? Cousin Ryan, let's see if you can help us out here, buddy.
He really loves being a warden, too, in The Green Mile and The Longest Yard remake. But he takes his last name to a hotel next to the Flamingo here in Vegas.
That's a week in the hot box. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, I know exactly who he is. I just don't know his fucking name. Hoggett.
Also played a former president on The West Wing.
The hotel in Vegas
wanted more information.
She's not going to get
me more information.
Yeah, the hotel in Vegas hint was interesting, but
wait, you said he was nominated?
He was nominated for a Best Supporting Actor for his role as Farmer Hoggett. I'm going to count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And your loser, Peggy PG Grubbin.
Wow.
Little bastard.
For the win.
You guys literally just saw my brain get struck by lightning.
Wow.
Did not think she was going to get that one.
I didn't either.
That was a very good bet.
Woo, boy, Peggy was all but celebrating that 5 points. Woo.
Known about the Hosshole rule about stealing double, I never would have taken the category with Oscars in it. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god!
Wow.
Wow.
That I think is right there is the tightest victory we may have ever seen. That was incredible.
Job, Rich.
I mean, if this had just been straight Empire Records trivia, like Peggy and I would be nose to nose, like literally it would fuck your Star Wars match, Iron Man. This would have gone on for hours.
Ever.
Well, if we could get more than one movie, we might be able to put on a PG Rachel Iron Man match.
Done.
But
We agree on a list of like 20 movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can give you a few lists.
Absolutely.
We for sure would put that together because there's only so many questions we can ask about Empire Records.
Oh,
like,
I've
got an hour and like 27
I've got an
minutes.
entire match. You can ask so many more. You can find the match I did on YouTube if you look up me.
That's true. No, this movie's excellent. Peggy is an epic competitor. I'm so glad we got to play this finally because, like I think since the day we met, we were both just like, we love this movie. It's called Empire Records, and nobody loves it but us. And we just have geeked out about it. And I love this movie.
Pretty much.
Amazing. Well, you guys both put up a heck of a match. It went back and forth. I seriously thought Peggy was going to end with that 5 and it was going to come down to your 6-point question, but still, amazing match played, ladies. Great freaking job. Rachel, you're the winner. The floor is yours. Plug, promote, challenge, throw out matches. Take it away.
Ooh. I mean, if anybody wants to try and face me in an Almost Famous match, I would definitely take you on and destroy you if you wanted.
Nice.
I'm not doing anything, and it's lovely. I don't have anything to promote. I'm gonna start being on. I don't know when this is gonna air. So if it is in April, it needs to in April because April 8th is Rex Manning Day, which I honestly thought was going to be a question. But
this is airing on April 8th, by the way.
Let's go.
Good.
It's April 8th right now.
Happy Rex Manning Day, guys!
Happy Rex Manning Day.
What she said.
But yeah, so as of like mid-April through like the end of May, I will be on tour with Rain. It's a Beatles tribute show, so I'm going to be touring around. So check the website. It's like Rain, a Beatles tribute. So check out the website. If we're coming to your town, let me reach out on Twitter and Instagram. And we'll grab a beer, coffee, or something in the middle of the day. And yeah, that's
nice.
it.
Great match played, Rachel. Great match played.
Thank you.
And PG, an amazing match played by you two. The floor is yours. Plug, promote, challenge, throw out match ideas. Let's go.
I don't have anything really to plug or promote. You can find me at Peggy B Ball across all social media platforms. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel here. Check out Settle the Score if you are unfamiliar with that show. It's on YouTube. Look for that. It's another movie trivia thing with music from movies. It's excellent. And yeah, thank you guys for having me. I am always happy and eager to participate, especially if I get to be the bartender. So have me back on soon, guys. And Rory says hi too.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun putting this match together. You two are two of our favorite peoples on this planet. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Benny, I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend.
Again, to reiterate, Moose, thank you for playing. Thank you for putting on an awesome match for us. For those of you watching the channel, please check out Beyond the Neon Veil, or tell your friends it happens every Tuesday night at 9. Rachel's been a guest on a couple of episodes. They are fascinating, so come and check them out. And if you have interesting Vegas stories and would like to spend some time with Brother Ryan, please email us at hippiepunchingpuppy@gmail.com. And as always, remember to find us here every Thursday night for your trivia needs, and to like, click, and subscribe, or fuck off our channel. Thank you, and have a glorious evening.